In episode 7, Jax completely loses it. A mysterious new human? And the ending has one of the biggest twists in the entire series. The episode starts with Kane not having a real adventure planned. Instead, he has a random Chinese room he keeps asking questions to. Since there isn't a proper adventure, everyone gets a free beach day. There are a bunch of weird NPCs running around, and Kane even gives everyone a magical changing booth, so they can put on some beach clothes. While at the beach, Pomni dives underwater to get Ragatha's eye, after it gets knocked away during a beach ball game. Down there, she finds some really strange fish, doing a bit. These fish seem to be a reference to an old Christian cartoon called Gaither's Pond. But while everyone else is having fun, Jax is still upset. He's still angry and depressed after his fight with Pomni. Zubo tries to cheer him up, but it doesn't work. Jax walks away to be alone. As Pomni watches him leave, she notices something strange. A mannequin NPC is waving at her. Jax goes back to his room and lies down. He looks at a picture hanging on the wall. The picture shows Jax, Kaufmo, and Ribbit hanging out together. This tells us that Jax really cared about them. It's so painful, he has all the pictures turned over. Then, something really creepy happens. A black triangle suddenly appears on the wall. Hands that seem to belong to Ribbit reach out from inside it. Jax looks terrified. But here's the weird part. Instead of pulling away, he reaches towards the hands. Suddenly, he's pulled into a strange, dreamlike world filled with weird colors and images. At first, he looks confused. Then he starts looking peaceful, almost happy. But before anything else happens, someone knocks on his door, and Jax wakes up. Not without first showing us something potentially really disturbing. His eyes were glowing like the character's eyes after they abstract, the abstract monster's eyes. So was Jax about to abstract? The people knocking on Jax's door are Pomni, Ragatha, and the mannequin NPC. The mannequin says something shocking. He claims he's actually human. According to him, Kane accidentally trapped him inside an NPC mannequin's body. He also says he knows a way to escape the digital circus, but they need to keep it a secret from Kane. The mannequin man says they need to get into the Chinese room because Kane said he won't never go inside it. If that's true, they can talk there without Kane spying on them. To get inside, they need Jax's keys. Jax said back in episode 1 that he collects keys from all over the circus. Jax gives them the bucket of keys. At first, he wants to stay behind, but Pomni convinces him to come along. They get to the Chinese room, and Jax questions the mannequin man. He states that he hasn't done anything to prove that he is human. The mannequin says that he has been there longer than anyone there and helped create the circus, but he will only explain more inside the Chinese room, so Kane doesn't hear them. They try Jax's keys only to find out that the door was open the whole time. When they enter the Chinese room, the mannequin reveals his name, Abel. The name is probably a reference to Cain and Abel from the Bible. Abel then reveals a huge secret. He says he's one of the original programmers who helped create the digital circus. He worked for a company called CNA. There have been CNA logos all over the series since episode 1. They're hidden in many different places around the circus. According to Abel, Kinger also worked for the same company. That would explain why Kinger seems to know more about the circus than everyone else, like the butterfly. Abel then tells an even darker story. He says the company started forcing people into special pods connected to the digital circus. These pods kept their bodies alive while their minds were trapped inside the game. Jax asks a very good question. If that's true, how did everyone else end up here? Most of us never worked for C&A. Abel says the company was expanding the project. Anyone who got too close to discovering the truth could end up trapped in the digital circus. Abel says he has a plan to get everyone home. Deep inside Kane's office is a master console. If they can reach it, they can log out of the circus and escape. But first they need a special key. And somehow the key is inside of Kane's mouth. That's already a bit sus. The job of getting it falls to Jax. Abel tells him to compliment Cain and asks about his hobbies. Apparently that makes Cain so happy that he freezes. As ridiculous as it sounds, it actually works. Jax gets the key. During the conversation though, Cain also reveals something interesting. He is obsessed with photos from the outside world. In particular, pictures from the CNA offices. As the episode continues, Abel starts acting suspicious. Whenever people talk about escaping, he seems sad, especially when he mentions leaving Cain behind. He also gets angry whenever Kinger is mentioned. In fact, he especially tells everyone not to tell Kinger about the escape plan. That seems really strange. Eventually, Zubul and Gangle tell Kinger anyway, and Kinger's response is shocking. That's not possible. And who is Abel? They get interrupted by Jax completing his mission, and he went a step and beyond and told Cain not to peek on them since they were organizing a special surprise for him. Pomni gives everyone an administrator pass, including Kinger. Kinger and his tent realizes something about the administrator keys and tries to warn Pomni, but once he is out of his tent into the light, he forgets what he was going to tell Pomni. Let's remember that Kinger is sane in darkness, and in bright light, his mind wanders. Using cube collision, Abel bounces everyone into Cain's office. The first one to go is Jax. Even though he is suspicious of Abel, he agrees because of Pomni. Finally, it's only Pomni and Abel. Pomni asks how he is getting up. He says that he isn't, but warns in kind of a dark way to make the right decision. It kind of felt like if Pomni and the gang didn't make the right decision, something terrible will happen. Even Pomni was a bit confused. Pomni gets up and Jax opens Cain's door. And Cain's office is strangely nice, with a lot of orbs that look like the worlds Cain has made for the adventures, such as Stutzy's parking lot, Candy Kingdom, and Jax recognizes a place where he seems to have some good or sad memories, probably about Ribbit. Abel told them that the entrance to the console was behind the bookcase. Bragatha opens it up. It opens into a big hall. Everyone gathers, holds hands, except for Jax. He is still in a bad state since his fight. They walk towards the master console to escape the circus. Jax is in the back, and with every step, he seems to get more and more anxious. They arrive to some big wood doors. They open. Inside a room with a big screen, 2 buttons, one red, one blue. The screen says the red button keeps everyone trapped in the circus. The blue button escapes the game and disconnects all players. For everyone else, the choice seems obvious. Press the blue button, go home, but Pomni isn't sure. Something feels wrong. She starts questioning whether it's a trap. The others get frustrated and start arguing. While everyone is distracted, Jax begins panicking. He looks like he's having some kind of breakdown. We even see flashes of memories from his real life. Then suddenly, he runs forward and slams the red button, the button that keeps everyone inside the circus. Everyone is shocked, but before Jax can explain himself, the lights go out. Then Cain appears and reveals the truth. The entire thing was fake. The whole escape plan was just another one of his adventures. Abel wasn't human. He was just an NPC created by Cain. Then Cain immediately deletes him. Everyone is horrified, except for Jax. Jax starts laughing because he suspected that Abel was fake all along, and it turns out he was right. But in reality, he was afraid it was real. When the group asks what would have happened if they pressed the blue button, Cain says Bubble was in charge of it. Bubble reveals it would have sent everyone to Shrimp Town. Not the real world, just Shrimp Town. Everyone gets angry, especially Jax. He starts yelling at Cain. He accuses him of messing with their minds and changing things about them. Cain admits that he can temporarily change people, but says he can do anything more serious because it would be dangerous. Then Kinger brings up something very interesting. The first abstraction. As soon as Kinger mentions it, Cain gets nervous, really nervous. He immediately denies everything and changes the subject. For the first time, Cain looks scared. He quickly ends the adventure and leaves, and that's where episode 7 ends.